Hey, today we're going to practice a little bit of flint and steel work with basic suburban backyard materials. First thing we're going to start with, I did a test run of it and this shit is amazing. Ornamental grass. A lot of places in suburbs got ornamental grass for decorations. What I did was collected some tufts off this here. I collected some of these tufts. Okay, we got a pile of them over here. We're going to take a walk and check this out. Just gather a small little pile of backyard items. Here's the tufts of grass, the ornamental grass. Then we got some basic white pine, stuff like that gathered around. So we're gonna start with the ornamental grass, throw some sparks into it, see if we can get a nice little fire going. Stay with me. All right, we're gonna throw some sparks in this thing. Watch how fast it goes off. Immediately lights. Sweet. Cool, thank you. Then throw some sticks on it. Maybe some pine cones. They do a hell of a job lighting up. Sorry about that. And a roaring fire within 30 seconds. Not even. We'll just continue to add sticks onto this, get it a little bit bigger. But ornamental grass, great way to throw some. Let's get a fire started with some flint and steel. All right, we're back with another little intro to using the flint and steel. The most important thing when it comes to using this is practice, practice, practice. So we're in the backyard. We're gonna find local suburban stuff, little things that you'd have in your backyard that can be used to start a fire off the flint and steel. No matches whatsoever used here. One of my favorite things and the best thing I've used so far, dryer lint. I saved up a big plastic bag. It only took about 6 to 8 months of doing wash to get a big plastic bag. Every one of our packing sons, me and my boys all have hunting packs. We all have plastic bags full of lint. This stuff is the best fire starter. It creates one heck of a fire when you light it up with the flint and steel. It does a real well job and lasts pretty long too. So we'll throw some sparks on it and show you how it works. Okay, this stuff right here is called thalia. Grows in water, ponds. It's pretty popular stuff, it gets pretty big. Notice that all these leaves are pretty dry even after the rain we had yesterday. We're gonna give this, we'll collect some of these and then give this a shot and see if it lights up with flint and steel. We'll just do a quick collection here, don't want to waste a lot of time with this. This should be good enough. Good handful here. We'll give this a shot. These are the thalia leaves we collected. Like I said, they're like a pond plant, swampy area. Thalia, I'm saying it right, and other things like that are very similar type of leaves. So cattails, different things like that you can use. You can find it in the wild also. We're just gonna process this up a little bit. Let's get it really broken up. Get the fibers open. Alright, let's see if it'll take. Well, I had it, I lost it. There we go. Okay, here we have a couple different kinds of ornamental grass. This stuff grows in a lot of places in the suburbs. People use it for landscaping, decoration, blah, blah, blah. You can also find similar items to this in the wild, and that's why we're going to show this. We're going to give it a shot, see how well these take spark. So I'm just going to collect myself some of this. Get a big handful of it here. Okay, here's one type of ornamental grass we got. This stuff here, we're going to process it up a little bit. Break up those fibers before we throw some sparks in it. See how well it takes. Get a lot of seeds dropping out. All right. Probably should break it down a little more, but let's see how it does. Pretty much immediately. Throw a little more on there. So what we have here is dryer lint. Collect it from your regular old dryer down the basement, right? Or wherever you keep your laundry at. This stuff does a great job lighting. I know it's going to catch a spark. I know it's going to ignite. I just want to show you how well this stuff does. A small handful, you can get this after like 2-3 washing cycles. This you'll get almost every washing cycle, basically something close to it. Always keep some of this in your bag. I'll show you how good we'll go with the little one. I'll show you what a bigger one does. Doesn't take much. Boom, one shot. It lights. It actually holds pretty good for a pretty good time. Decent amount of heat on it. And it burns fairly slow. This is something that most people just throw in the trash. Gives you plenty of time. Now you should always have your bird's nest and your tinder ready to go. But even if you were a little short, this stuff gives you enough time to quickly collect a few more things. Get your fire going. Throw it to the side. Let me show you the big one. You got a good handful of it. This was in your bag. Only takes a real little spark. This will get a nice big fire going. As you see, it does a great job. This stuff is free. Almost everyone has it. It takes no processing. It's already done for you through the washing cycle. It's super dry, and the fibers are already broken up very small, so there's no need to process or do anything. Throw a spark on it, and you got a fire going for a good while here. Of course, I wouldn't recommend using this much. You only need a small amount. If you get a good bird's nest and a bunch of tinder collected, this stuff could last you a real long time in your pack.